Hi there, I'm Donna Wolfe from Naztazia.com.
Today, I'll show you how to make these gnomes from yarn and the inside cardboard tube of toilet paper or paper towels. I'm using less than 10 yards of worsted weight yarn for this project. And I measure about 5/8 of an inch on my toilet paper cardboard. Trim it so you have the brim part of the hat. Next, we'll need to make yarn strands. I like using direct mail pieces and folding them in half. This one measures about 4.5 inches when folded. I then take my red yarn and wrap it around 50 times. Once I finish with that, then I take my scissors and trim just on the bottom edge. Now I have about 50 strands of yarn that all measure somewhere between 8 and 9 inches in length. So for the hat section, I'm going to take one of these strands of yarn and fold it in half. As you can see, I have a loop on one end and the two ends are on the other end. I'm going to take my piece of cardboard and then insert the loop end through the cardboard. I will then take the two ends and push them through the loop. Then I'll take the two ends and tighten them around the cardboard somewhat snugly. I take my next strand and repeat the process. I'll have my loop go through the cardboard section, then bring my ends through the loop and pull upwards so that my yarn strands fit snugly around the tube as well as fit next to each other. Continue doing this process until you have filled the cardboard all the way around. Depending upon the size of your yarn, this might be somewhere between 40 and 50 strands. If you have a small hair elastic, wrap it around the top part of the hat to form a pom-pom at the top. With your scissors and something to catch the yarn strands with, trim the top pom-pom of your hat so it has a rounded shape. And here's my finished hat section. Next, we're going to work on the beard section. With white yarn, wrap it around 75 times and make a separate yarn strand of about 20 inches for tying the beard section. With the beard section, we're not going to trim the yarn just yet. Instead, we're going to carefully remove the loops from the card. We're going to use our separate strand of yarn to tie and knot the big loop creation in the center. And now it's time to trim the loops in half. We're going to trim all of the loops around the entire beard section. Then push down the pom-pom so the strands face downwards. Feel free to trim them a bit if needed. We're going to thread both of those long strands from the beard through a yarn needle. Then we push those strands up through the hat section. It's a good idea to use a little glue to secure the hat to the beard section. With those two yarn strands on top, I like to tie and knot them so I can use this as a hanger. And then if you have a 1/2 inch pom-pom or bead, you can glue this as a nose right under the hat section to look like a traditional gnome. And that's it. That's how I make a gnome with yarn and the cardboard from a roll of toilet paper.